Tice Up Your Life with Michael and Casey Tice.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Tice Up Your Life podcast. I'm your host, Michael Tice. And today I'm super pumped because I'm not riding solo, right? Casey's still at school, but I've got the fabulous Danielle co-hosting with me for the next few episodes. So y'all met her last week, and I'm excited to bring her back, and she's going to stick around with me for a while. So, and with that, everybody, let's welcome Danielle to the show again.
Hey, how are you, Mike?
Oh, I'm just happy to have you here. I'm excited. It's gonna be fun. I think we're gonna try to, see what happens and see how you maybe keep me in line.
I'm just here to keep you out of trouble.
Yeah, good luck with that. But it's awesome to have you. And again, Danielle's been the magic behind the scenes with our agency as the manager, and now she's stepping up to the mic. She had so much fun last week that I convinced her to come back again. So,
You did.
all right. Well, speaking of fun, Danielle, what have you been up to this week?
Besides booking trips and finding leads, I am getting ready to go to Rhode Island for a week, and then we come back, and 4 days later, we go to Sandal, South Coast in Jamaica.
That's awesome. I love it. I love it. You're always on top of things. Of course, you've been keeping me straight all week, and you're headed to Jamaica, and I'm headed to Turks and Caicos. So,
Yep.
My next podcast, I'll be in Turks and Caicos, and you will probably be in Jamaica at the time. Well, no, you probably come right back from Jamaica, I think, or right before you go.
Yeah, I think I just get back. Yep.
Yeah, one of those. But either way, we've got some fun things you and I'll be working on this week and helping our agents out. And I guess we're hiring, so we're doing some interviews and got that going, right?
Yes, we do. We are in the works of hiring more agents, and we're excited to keep growing this company.
Yep. So far, you've had some phenomenal hires. It took me a while to figure out how to get that started, and then you came in and really improved us. So we've had a good core group so far. I think we're up to 20 now, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
So it's been awesome. So you do a great job of getting those first interviews done, and then I pretty much already know that if you pass them to me, they're not necessarily hired, but they're pretty dang hired. Let's be real.
Yeah.
So, anything else crazy going on that people need to know about before we get started with the rest of the show?
Not really, not right now, but just, follow along on our Facebook pages and social media so you can keep up with vacation deals that are happening and tips and tricks that we post.
That's right. And I'm working on trying to get a email newsletter started. So we'll get that pushed out soon so everybody can kind of watch for some deals of the week or month, whichever one we decide to do, and highlight some more advisors and where they've been for this month or week, because we're constantly traveling, all of us, and it'll be fun. Plus we have the cruise coming up in July. So
that's going to be fun. That's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah, and people can join us on that cruise. So I think at the end of the podcast, I have a thing talking about it, but you can't beat that deal right now.
No, it's $1,000 cheaper than what's online.
Exactly. I mean, you can't beat that price. So, well, anyways, talking about some phenomenal hires, I will say that you found one not too long ago, and she has been amazing. She's one of our newest gems to Tice Up Your Life Vacation. So let's talk about Lara.
Well, we're really excited to have Lara. Lara's passion for travel and helping clients creates unforgettable memories, and it's just incredible to bring her onto the team.
Yes. Well, let's welcome Laura to the show. Lara, welcome. Sorry, I keep butchering your name every time, but
all good. Hello.
Lara. Mike Lara.
Oh yeah. So what'd you say? You told me earlier it was like Guadalajara, Lara.
Yes. Yeah.
Love it.
That's really the only thing I know that rhymes with it. If you have anything else, let me know.
Oh, let's see what happens on some of these trips when I have a little too many cervezas. I'm sure I can.
That's scary. That's very scary.
Yeah. No, I'm interested. This will be good. I want to see what you come up with.
My Spanish gets really good when I have some margaritas. I'm just saying.
Isn't that? I know. My Italian got really good in Florence when I was at the wine bar.
Oh,
my little book there. I thought I was really good at Italian.
Hey, you know what? if you don't have to read it and you can say it, I think you've mastered the language. So, well,
Mhm.
let's kick some things off. Why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself, where you're from, your background, things like that?
Sure. I grew up in the Southwest in New Mexico and Texas, and right out of college, I went to New Mexico State University and I became a flight attendant. I was based at LAX, Los Angeles, and loved it. It was so much fun. I know we have another agent who is a flight attendant too, so we have some stuff in common. That's super fun. And then I went to Wisconsin, where I became an agent there, but not. I just worked at the ticket counter and the ramp. So what I will say is, people don't know this about me, but I actually had to work on the ramp where I was a baggage handler and I de-iced airplanes and I marshaled aircraft. So that was a long way from being a perceived flight attendant. So, but then I
Look
went
at
into
you
corporate
go.
travel. I know, right?
Powerful. I
do
love
that.
it.
I can do that. People don't know that about me. And then I eventually went in to be a corporate travel counselor, and which was great, and I loved it. But I'm really excited to book leisure travel because it's just really fun and exciting. So that's what kind of led me to this.
So, Lara, what has inspired you to become a travel advisor?
Well, the thing is, I always did it for the family and friends, always, whether I was doing it professionally or not. And like I said, I've been a corporate travel counselor for a long time, and that was fun, but it was kind of, I don't know, it's not as fun. It was because it was all business travel. So just it was a natural transition to become a leisure travel advisor just because I was doing it anyway. I love it and I like helping people out. So, and I just can't stay away from travel. Even if before I did this, all I did was like research trips because I love it.
I do the same thing.
Yeah.
And there's always a great story behind it that inspires you. And that the fact that you were already doing your corporate travel, like corporate travel is not easy, but at least those already know where they're going and what they're wanting to do. So they kind of say, hey, we need to go to Vegas. We're having a conference and okay, I got to go do this, which now you've transitioned into leisure travel where sometimes the client doesn't know what they want. And if they don't know what they want, then we've got to figure it out for them, right? So, which you've been doing a
Exactly.
great job. So,
Oh, absolutely.
definitely glad to have you on board. You came in guns a-blazing right off the bat.
Thank you.
What would you say you love most about booking travel for your clients?
Well, like I mentioned before, it's just a whole new thing with leisure, and leisure's joyful. When clients are booking these or looking into them, they're excited about it. It's a happy thing to do. So that's what I enjoy. And a few times once maybe the client has booked it or made a down payment or the final payment, I inevitably get a text like, I'm so excited for this trip. When they start getting that excitement, that's just so neat for me to be a person to help bring that to them. I love that feeling.
I
There's nothing
agree.
like the
I agree.
anticipation of a trip for anybody.
Oh,
Except
I
for the
hear.
planning process.
Yeah,
That's always the stressful part, right? But
Yes, for
that's
them,
why
but
we're
for
here.
us, we love it. I love it.
Mhm,
I go to
mhm,
bed at night and I'm like, oh, I can't wait to get up and book trips.
mhm.
I'm more like, I go to bed at night. I'm like, man, what other craziness are these people going to throw at me tomorrow? I'm just
Oh,
kidding. I
Mike.
love it. I love it. It's always fun. You're right. It's one of those that we enjoy doing it, and it's not stressful to us because we know we have the knowledge, right?
Exactly.
That's one of the benefits of being a travel advisor and using a travel advisor. We have the knowledge. They're not paying extra to have us. They're just getting the benefits of doing this. And I had a good conversation yesterday with some prospective clients, and we were doing a video chat like I normally do. And I'll tell you, she's like, what happened to travel advisors? Like, where did they go back in the day? That's all you did was use a travel advisor. She's like, so what law changed? What happened? And why did travel advisors become a thing of the past, and now they're making a comeback. And I said, well, they never really went anywhere. I mean, let's be real. You had Expedia, Hotels.com, all these people come out, and they're such big brands that they took over the TV and the internet. And now people, their kind of saying was, oh, you could do it yourself. Why pay a travel advisor? And it's kind of marketing on their part. Good for them. They got people to do all the work for them, and they just collected the money. But with travel advisors are still there, and the people who weathered through have been around for a long time. So it's been great. I think we are making a comeback, if you want to say that, but you could fall into a trap of finding the wrong travel advisor. And that's one of those that we kind of make sure we don't fall into. We want to make sure our clients get the best experience possible. So with that, Danielle, what question do you have for Lara right now?
What types of vacations are your favorite to book?
Yeah, so that is to be determined. I've done a variety so far. Personally, I've done girlfriend getaways a lot and with my friends, and I love booking those, and I would love to book more for clients. I also would like to book a destination wedding, and I may have one coming up here. I really want to do that. I think that would be so fun. We'll see. Cross my fingers. And then I really like multi-generational trips, just because I'm a grandma, and I know what it's like to travel with kids, and I would love to incorporate big families.
Oh, absolutely.
Yes, multi-gen trips are fun, but sometimes they can be challenging. So that's definitely a good spot for a travel advisor, because there's all kinds of things we consider in there. So being a grandma, then you understand. So that's awesome. And we do a lot of family trips on our end. Casey and I having all these crazy kids that we have. So
I can't believe you started taking them at 3 months old. That was amazing.
Oh yeah,
twins and a little boy.
Yeah, I asked the doctor. I was like, "Hey, could they go to Jamaica?" And the doctor's like, "Can you take me with you?" And I'm like, "Maybe. Like, if I need you, yeah. Do I need you?" But nothing like a quick turnaround on passports. Their passport photos are still like them at probably I think maybe a month old. So when they go in there in the airport, people are like looking at it. I'm like, come on, be real. You can't tell if that kid is that kid or not. That was a baby kid. And, they're turning 4. Yeah, they're turning 4 coming up. So, and guess what? They're going back to Jamaica in this year.
Nice. They're going to love it. They always have so much fun.
Did y'all see the breaking news that I did the other day? I'm really sad about this.
Yes.
The resort that we took our girls to when they were 3 months old, and we've taken them back every year since, Beaches Ocho Rios. They're closing it.
But they're building more beaches resorts, which is good.
Yeah.
That is sad, but they're building more beaches resorts and expanding them to different islands. So gives us more of an opportunity to sell to clients for different destinations.
Yeah. And there is a possibility that Beaches Ocho Rios may come back, but as of right now, they've shut it down starting May 31st. So I don't know about y'all. I had to move a few reservations around because of that, which Sandals and Beaches did a great job of accommodating. So
yes,
it's always fun. All right. Well, enough about all us. Let's talk about Lara here. So what are some bucket list destinations that you're dreaming about next?
That is a good question. I've been very blessed to go to a lot of the bucket list destinations, but I have been, and Danielle knows this, looking at Ireland. I really, really would like to go to Ireland. I really want to see some castles. And you know what? Canary Islands, I think, would be really, really cool.
Oh, yeah.
I've been looking at that lately. But, okay, here's another one. It's a little maybe not as exciting, but you're going to Sandals South Coast. I have a client there right now. I really want to stay in one of their over-the-water bungalows. Are you staying in one of those?
No, but I want to.
I know. I want to too. That
That's
seriously
my
is
dream.
yep, it's on my bucket list. I've always wanted to do that. So that's right
I
up
lo-
there. Canary
the one with
Islands.
the slide that goes right into the ocean with the pool on
Yep.
it.
I want to do
And
that so bad.
I've got some good videos. So Danielle will probably get to tour through some of it, but they'll, if you're lucky enough, they'll let you go and walk through it and check it out.
I know, I'm
So
hoping.
I did that a few times, but
Mhm.
they have a glass floor in there, like in the bedroom.
Hmm.
So you can look through the glass in the bedroom down underneath and see the fish and anything that's coming up underneath. It's amazing. Uh, they're
It's definitely an
they're expensive.
experience. Oh,
They
they
are
are.
expensive. People don't realize that when they're like, I want an overwater bungalow. I'm like, okay, well, number one, you've got to book that at least a year out, if probably two. And I've
Wow.
booked a couple. I have booked a couple. Most of the time, though, you have to have a 3-night minimum stay, I believe. And so we'll either not find, we'll find 3 nights and can't stay the full 7. So we like move them onto the land as well. So they kind of split between the two. But y'all definitely need to experience
That's
it when you get a chance.
We will.
Yeah.
We will.
I have no doubt you will. I have no doubt we were going to get that booked for you guys here soon.
good.
And I just made friends with somebody that was there. That's all I did. I saw somebody who was
Mm.
on a little thing from Sandals Royal Caribbean. Like when we met him at the bar, we were having a good time. We were staying at Montego Bay, but when you stay at Montego Bay, you can go over to Royal Caribbean and vice versa. So we were having so much fun that people at the bar were like, "Man, we need to have fun." So they started talking with us. Next thing you know, we all ended up over at their private little bungalow for a little while.
That's my task. I need to find friends in the over the water bungalows.
There you go.
Oh,
Good
yeah.
idea.
Lara, I do have a
Yeah.
question for you.
Yeah.
So, what has been your favorite personal travel destination and why?
I talk a lot about this one because I'm so passionate about it. But Greece was just trip of a lifetime for me, and my husband too. He said it was the best trip he's ever been on. And why is because I have a whole list of reasons, but people are so nice there. They're warm, they're inviting, they're welcoming. The culture, the history, and it's kind of magical, the history in Greece because of all the mythology. It's just wonderful. The food, the Mediterranean food, you've got the
Mm.
beaches, you've got the mountains. I could go on and on. I loved it. I loved it. I loved every minute of it. We went to 3 islands and also Athens.
And what were some of the activities that you did that you loved?
Well, speaking of the mythology, we Naxos was one of the islands we went to, and when we went there, there's this great big Apollo's temple that's just beautiful, and it's hard to realize how you can see how small the people are next to that. It's just huge,
Wow.
and it's just magical. I love that. And then we also rented an ATV there, and that was a fun thing to do. We just explored the mountains and towns, and we saw this church. Yeah, this church is over 900 years old, and it's just beautiful. And the olive trees are everywhere there. That olive tree is over 5,000 years old, and they're just beautiful. It's so neat there. So
Nice.
that was the one thing we did that was super fun. This is a picture of a market. We took a cooking class in Athens, and we went with the class, and we went and bought all the ingredients fresh and cooked everything that we bought that day there. It was just so neat and so much fun, and met new people there, met new friends there, and had a lot of laughs. That was a great, like I said, I have nothing but good things to say. Oh, and Aperol Spritz is now it's like my signature drink because I had it there the whole time I was there.
So good.
Love it.
So good.
Yeah, isn't it?
I agree.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and that's a lot of people like to travel there, so it's fun to plan those trips and knowing that you have the experience. When people reach out to you, they're gonna want to know more about Athens and Greece and the fun things to do.
Mhm.
So one of the reasons why we
Oh, yeah.
encourage all of our advisors to travel, right?
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
Hands-on experience for sure.
I get so excited. I tell you, I get so excited. Santorini was cool too. People say it's overrated, and I disagree. I know how to do Santorini, so talk to me about it.
Yes. Yes, exactly. If you know, I'm sending them to you because I've never been.
Not yet.
You'll
Not
love
yet.
it.
Not yet.
All right.
So, Lara, what would you say is some cool tips that you would tell your clients before traveling?
Well, like I mentioned before, I really am a proponent of spontaneity. I think you need to leave your itinerary a little breathing room. I think it's super important to not be so regimented with your schedule that you just tire yourself out and get agitated if you're not on this strict schedule. You just need to have a little breathing room and maybe take a little veer off the road less traveled. I think some of those memories are the best memories from doing that. So that's one of my tips. And I do have another one, and I don't know if it's controversial or not, but I really like TSA pre-check. So I love it. It's been super helpful. And every time I'm at the airport and I'm passing that long line of people in line at security, I'm just like, it was worth it. It was worth every penny of it. So,
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I
yeah.
agree.
Yeah, TSA pre-check. I agree with that one. Now, I will say here in Austin, when we go for busy travel times, they actually
Mhm.
have a TSA pre-check that line that wraps all like it's like
Yeah,
everybody has it. It's crazy.
I know.
Wow.
See, that's why I said it's
And
controversial. Some people say that. Yeah.
it's only, and I think it's destination dependent because when I flew out of San Antonio the other day, it was easy, like stupid easy. But I
Mhm.
recommend global entry, right? Because you
Mm.
Yeah.
get pre-check with it. So uh, when we come
Mhm.
back from overseas and all that, you can use your mobile passport control or whatever. But I like to go global entry. I just walk up to a kiosk, boom, it takes a picture. I walk up, the guy's like, "You guys need to clear." I'm like, "Nope." He's like, "See ya." I'm standing at the baggage claim waiting to pick up my bags before everybody else even gets through their original line. So uh,
Yeah.
those are some great tips. They really are. Uh, another one in there. I forgot what it was. Oh, uh, the one that's a little bit faster. Have y'all seen the one where you like the first class flights when you're preferred status or whatever? Like
Mm.
those seem to go faster than pre-check as well.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I've noticed that too.
And I'm like, man, maybe I need to start just buying first class tickets somewhere. I don't
That
understand why
justifies
that's
it.
faster.
Yeah.
That does. It does. Um, well, enough about all that. Let's talk about what if you're gonna let's talk about the process when you are helping client plan their dream trip. What's your process?
Mhm. Mhm. Well, I'm going to give Danielle some props on this because she really walked me through, well, so many things. I'm thankful to you, Danielle. But I did have some clients reach out about Spain and Portugal. And the first thing I did was just kind of get a feel for what they're looking for. Is it adventure? Is it history? Is it more leisurely, beachy? Just kind of honing in on what type of trip they want to do. So asking those questions and kind of getting that feedback first is my first step to starting to plan the trip. And then from there, it's just this conversation that kind of narrows it down to where they want to go, how many days, and accommodations. Of
When you
course,
do that,
some
are you
budget.
doing it via email, text message, video, chat, phone
Mhm.
call? How are you talking to clients?
Yeah, good question. I do some email, but what I have learned is that people are faster to respond on texting. So,
Oh, yeah.
um,
Yep.
yeah,
Yeah,
it's just the
I
way it
agree.
is. I like email myself because it keeps a record of everything and it's easy to look back at, but it's just been easier to text. So, a lot of texting, a lot of voice calls too.
And we take those notes and we put them under our client's profile, so we have all that. So I'm sure
Absolutely.
I know for a fact y'all two do very good at it because Danielle's been on me forever about it, and so definitely that's awesome. That's and so you've talked to the clients,
Mhm.
you've started the process. You then send them a quote over. They
Yeah.
approve it. Where do you go from there?
Oh, goodness gracious. Uh, I'm not exactly sure what you're asking with that. Where once they approve a quote, I do the booking. Is this what you're asking me?
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
and then they usually put a deposit down to hold it. And I just give them all the information. Again, I've learned so much from Danielle as far as good communication, super important, timely communication as to when the next payment is due or the final payment is due. And then at that point, they can look at maybe excursions or other tours to add on to it.
Yeah. So you're with them from the beginning to the end. So you stay with
Oh
them
my goodness.
once they start. You've guided them through the first few steps, which most people kind of have an idea about, and then you're working with them constantly. I don't want to say constant communication, but you're always available for them. So.
Oh yeah, up to the point where reminding them to check in for their flight, sending them their confirmation numbers, letting them know what documents are necessary for which country, any vouchers that they need. Yeah, which I booked, and I'm not going to say with who, but prior to working here, I booked with a travel agent who just left me high and dry and made me so sad, has not communicated with me at all. I've done more than she has for my own trip and for my family. So I've learned what not to do through this other travel agent, and what I would do for myself and my family is what I do for my clients.
That's a good philosophy to have.
Oh, absolutely. So I think I know the answers to this next question that I'm going to ask because we chatted the other day about it. But the most recent trip that you've planned that has stood out to you, what made you proud about it?
Oh, yeah. You're talking about my Tampa people?
Yes.
Yeah, they're so sweet. This gal reached out to me, this mom, who she wanted to go on a spring break trip in 12 days. And it was a celebration of a milestone. Her husband, a year prior, had a heart attack, and it's crazy. She had to do CPR. He had a 3% chance to live, and he did. And they're celebrating his milestone of his recovery and his health and the family. And she wanted to go on this spring break for that. And I was just so honored to be a part of this. So I helped them plan. She let me know that they like golf. They wanted to go to a hockey game. They have 2 teenage kids, and Danielle helped guide me too. And I am thankful for that. But I was able to book this for them. And, one other thing I want to mention on this, she told me that her youngest child had never flown, had this anxiety for flying. And that took part of the reason we booked direct flights and times and everything. We took that into account. But I also reached out to my niece, who is also afraid of flying, and she's kind of overcome it lately. And I asked her for tips and tricks. And I messaged the client and let her know those tips and tricks from my niece. And she was so thankful, just all the way through, thankful for everything. And halfway through the trip, they sent me pictures. They were having a great time. And it was just such a joyful end to their year. And I was just honored to be a part of it. I'm so thankful for it. It's a happy thing. Yeah.
What a great story. And
absolutely.
Yeah.
So I got one for you then. For all of our listeners out there, what is some common mistakes travelers make, and how can they avoid it?
Oh, I told you this too, Mike, before, that I'm a master packer. I think people overpack, or a lot of people overpack, not everybody, but I don't think you need to bring, or people often bring too much luggage. So I once went to Europe for 12 days, 3 countries, and I had 1 roller suitcase and a backpack. And so I think how people can avoid that is kind of having mix and match outfits. We used to call them garanimals back in the day, but now they call them wardrobe capsules. But I like to have, just like I set out all my clothes and I mix and match, and I don't bring too much stuff, and I just organize it really well. And I think that's one. I don't know if that makes sense, but that's how I do it.
No,
it does.
Yeah, of course, we have a family of 6. So when we're traveling, I'm like, I got to lug all the suitcases around. So let's try to get them all into as less as possible.
When
Oh
you're
yeah.
in, that's the other thing too. You can spot a lot of those Americans who pack too many bags. You're on those cobblestone streets in Europe, and you do not want to be dragging big old suitcases around. So it's important to keep it concise and keep it smaller because you're going on trains and everything else. So
Mm.
I'm just a
Oh
big
yeah.
proponent of, if possible, bring this 22-inch roller bag on board. That's my goal. Although we're going to Alaska on a cruise next month, I don't think that's going to be possible. But
Yeah, winter clothes
Yeah.
tend to be bigger and heavier.
That kind of. What month are you
yeah.
going?
Actually, June 6th, we're going. But
Okay, so yeah, you got
It's
to
still be
pack
cold.
I have to check a
season
bag. I
outfits.
know. It's going to be cold.
All
Jeff's
right,
checking the
Lara,
bag. She's like, oh,
we
Yes.
are going to do one of our favorite parts. It is called rapid fire. Are you ready?
Go for it.
all right. Window or aisle seat?
Window.
Beach or mountains?
Yes. I like them both for different reasons.
That's a new one. What item would you never travel without?
My Kindle. I love my Kindle.
Most adventurous thing you've done while traveling?
Oh my word. Well, I did a zip line and I screamed the whole time, and I won't do that again. I thought I wanted to do it, and I didn't. Turns out I didn't want to do it. But,
But you
now
tried
you
it.
know.
also, we were. Do what?
You tried it though.
I did, and I have a cute picture before I was screaming, so it's all good. But yeah, oh my word. And then we
Nice.
also took a shortcut. My husband does these shortcuts when we were hiking in the Rocky Mountains, and it was not advisable. I mean, we were kind of lost. We didn't know how to get down the mountain. Birds were circling around us. It was scary. But it's our story to tell. Yeah.
There you go. Yeah.
It is. Those are some awesome answers.
What's the first thing you eat or drink when you land somewhere new?
Water, bottled or filtered water. I try to stay hydrated. Super important.
There you go. I'm Dr. Pepper, so I'm a complete opposite of. At least when I get home, right? They don't have Dr.
Yeah.
Pepper overseas hardly anywhere, but
You love that Dr. Pepper.
I'm telling you,
That's a Texas thing. Dr. Pepper.
So I've learned.
Yeah.
I mean, y'all have it in y'all's areas, but not as like everywhere you go in Texas has Dr. Pepper.
Mhm.
And it's like a crime when we go somewhere and I'm like, hey, Dr. Pepper, like, is Mr. Pibb okay? It's the same thing. I'm like, no, it's not. No, I won't touch that nastiness. But
Do you call it? Let me ask you a question. Do you call every soda a Coke?
yes.
That's what I thought. Yeah.
Yeah.
Give me a Coke. And
Interesting.
it's a Dr. Pepper Coke. Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, Casey's like, hey, what do you want? Give me, McNuggets with a Coke. And she knows to bring me a Dr. Pepper. She doesn't have to ask anymore, but I want a Coke. What kind? Dr. Pepper. Right. So
Interesting.
yeah, that's a Southern thing. I mean, between that and our sweet tea, that's normal. So, all right. Before we wrap it up, Lara, I'm gonna get it right one day. Lara, what is your number one piece of advice for someone planning their dream vacation?
Oh my goodness. That's a hard one. I think that's a hard question. Have a vision, know what you want, and I really want everybody to be able to go on their dream vacations. And I just feel like budget for it, and there's a budget for everything. So it can be worked out. We did not have a lot of money when my kids were younger, but they have traveled the world. Hey, my baby girl was on the Empire State Building at 3 months old. So we took them everywhere. Yeah. So I think it's attainable, the dream vacations. You just have to plan for it. And, I don't want to see anybody not be able to go on one. I just budget for it, plan for it, talk to a travel advisor, work it out.
Exactly.
We do layaway vacations. So, I mean, I call it layaway vacations, but you plan it so far in advance and you can make payments on it. Like it's always attainable. It just may take
Mhm.
longer for somebody to get there than others, and that's perfectly fine.
Yep, agreed.
Absolutely. And speaking of, how can future clients get in touch with you to plan your next vacation?
Email my Facebook page, Lara. Lara ties up your vacations. That would probably be easiest way they can message me, or through the website, the Ties Up Your Life Vacations website. I'm on there as well.
Yep,
That's right.
that
That's
you
right.
are.
Lara, thank you so much for hanging out with us. It's been
Yeah.
fun. I know I tricked you into this one. We've got 19, 17 more advisors to go, something like that. And when I first threw the group text out, only one of them jumped at the opportunity at first. So I was like, all right, we got one. And then, of course, Danielle was not available for the first one. So she took up the second one. And I just asked you what your Monday morning looked like or Friday morning looked like. And you said, I'm open. I said, great. Welcome to the podcast. So
Yeah.
it was good
I was
times.
with a girlfriend at the time, and you texted me that, and I said, I feel like I'm walking into something. I told her that, and sure enough, I did. That's okay. This was
Checkmate
fun.
on
I'm
that
glad
one.
we did it.
See,
Yeah.
everybody gets nervous, but
I'm glad you did too.
Thank you.
so awesome. Well, thank
Absolutely.
you. Thank you. We're going to let you go get back to work doing
Okay.
travel, and everybody knows to follow your Facebook. You've got Lara at Ties Up Your Life Vacations on our website. If they want some awesome vacations and trips, that you've got them covered. So we'll let you get
Okay.
back to work, and we'll close out the rest of this podcast.
Perfect. Thank you.
Bye.
Thanks.
Awesome. She's
Well,
so
that was awesome. I'm so glad
Right.
that we brought her on. She's such an asset. It's amazing.
And hey, kudos to you for the first one. That's your first one that you hired.
I
And
know.
I am beyond impressed. Like, she set the bar really high. So
She did.
anybody
She
who's
did.
looking at our applications on Indeed and the other places that you have them, like, she set the bar really high. So they better come in ready to rock and roll, because we don't just hire
Oh,
anybody.
yeah. No, motivation is key.
Yeah, we like to keep it like a family here. So everybody in our agency knows everybody, or at least has got their phone number, talks to them. They've got unlimited access to you and me. So
Absolutely.
I like to say you like to crack the whip, and I like to pretend like I don't know what's going on.
What else
No,
is new?
that's right, right? I'm like, hey, oh, she did what? Oh, well, you probably should listen to her since she's the manager, but I'll talk with her about it. Nope.
Mike, I can't.
Hey, it's good times. Good times.
I know. We keep each other on our toes. We do.
That's true. That's true. We've got, oh, God knows how many text messages go back and forth between us throughout the week. So, well, let's close this out with. Oh, you know what? I forgot to ask her. I forgot to ask her an inspiring travel tip. Not tip, but a quote.
Next time.
That's true.
She's
She's
coming
going to
next
be. She's going with you to St. Vincent.
St. Vincent. Yep, Sandal St. Vincent in June. So we'll be there in June for about 4 or 5 days, and we'll be, learning about this all-inclusive resort and making some content. Hopefully we'll go live, or we'll probably do a podcast too with you while we're there.
Absolutely. No, that's done deal on that one. But also, we've got a lot of advisors going to some of these events for travel advisors, and each time one of our advisors goes, they have a special deal that they can offer specifically to Sandals and Beaches resorts. So people following along and listening should be watching for which advisor is where, and do they have that special deal going.
Yes.
I believe I'm first in the shoot. That starts on May 4th. So and with that, I will, by the time this one airs, I'll already be coming back. So hopefully people will jump on it. But then you're following right up after that. Or not you, sorry. We've got Jennifer and Miranda will be going. They'll follow up. And then I guess I go again, because I'll be in Curacao. And
yes.
and you'll, and I believe
then Miranda's
Miranda's coming to Curacao. Then you're going to St. Vincent. And then I think I'm coming to St. Vincent in July. So lots of opportunities to grab these special deals, but they can change. They may not be as good as the first one. So definitely people listening need to get a hold of us and let's get that started because it's exclusive to when we're on property.
Exactly. Which we will be advertising it on our social media so that you're aware. So just keep up with what we're posting when we're there, and you can reach out to us at any time.
Where can they find us?
They can find us on our Facebook and Instagram at TiceUpYourLifeVacations.com. And don't forget to tag us with your adventures and hashtag TiceUpYourLife.
That's right. And then, of course, our webpage, www.TiceUpYourLifeVacations.com. You can go in there. All of our advisors are under there. You can read about the advisors that you want to work with. Find the one that's either closest to you because we have them throughout the country. I have them in every time zone. Our goal is to have one in every state. So we'll have that. And then Instagram, TikTok, of course, YouTube, and all of your places where you want to get your podcast, we should be live there. So please like, follow, share, help us grow this podcast so that we can get the world of love of travel out to everybody. So,
absolutely.
Well, do you have anything closing you want to tell everybody before I end this out?
Have a great week. And if you're looking for a dream vacation, reach out to us. Follow me on Travel Danielle. I have traveldanielle.com. You can find me on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and also I just created a LinkedIn as well. So follow along.
There you go. Well, we'll catch you guys next time with some more travel tips, stories, and another agent spotlight. Also, we actually might skip the agent spotlight because it may be a video with Sandals personnel that's while I'm in Turks and Caicos for Global Travel Advisor Appreciation Week. So
Awesome.
Hopefully that'll be better than last year's because at least personal wise, we had some personal issues happen, but I'm excited. So with that, y'all keep dreaming, keep traveling, and always Tice Up Your Life.
Get ready to embark on the journey of a lifetime with Tice Up Your Life Vacations. Join us on a spectacular group cruise departing on July 31st, 2025. 5 days aboard the luxurious Mariner of the Seas. Experience ultimate comfort and relaxation with our specially curated accommodations. Treat yourself and your loved one to breathtaking ocean views from your very own private balcony. All the luxury you deserve awaits. Immerse yourself in the beauty of the sea with our ocean view rooms, offering stunning vistas to wake up to every morning. Looking for a cozy retreat after a day of exploration? Our interior rooms provided the perfect safe haven for relaxation. But that's not all. Our group cruise promise endless entertainment, delectable dining experiences, and exciting activities for guests of all ages. Whether you're seeking adventure or relaxation, there's something for everyone aboard the Mariner of the Seas. Don't miss out this incredible opportunity to create unforgettable memories with Tice Up Your Life Vacations. Book your spot today and prepare to set sail into paradise. Contact us now to reserve your preferred room before they're gone. You can also use any special rates that you've earned from previous cruises and casino rates. Bon voyage.